Let's speak about High Tide. This company is one of our favorite penny stocks on the channel, and we just had the earnings out. I'm excited to go through this with you because guess what, guys? They are good. They are as expected. They're actually better than expected in my opinion, and they've given us a bit of an insight on what we can expect to come in the coming months, okay, and the rest of the year. If you appreciate all of these, please go ahead and smash a like and subscribe to my channel as well. That really is appreciated. I have a Patreon. I put all my buys and sells, and I even mentioned when I was buying High Tide back in about January, I believe now, or early February time, okay? High Tide is one of my favorite penny stocks here. This is a cannabis play, and yeah, smashing it. They are a Canadian-based company, currently trading at the time of recording here for 69 cents per share. Ticker symbol HITIF, and this is on the OTC markets. 69 cents per share. Been on a bit of a ride, been a bit more flatline. Okay, we did drop down to about 55 cents at the start of March. Has recovered somewhat, 69. And it's not too far of its highs. Its highs at the moment are about 79 as well, okay? And I can't imagine it won't be around that again for much longer. This is going to be a $1 stock, easily in my opinion, and then a 2 and then a 3. I can only see this one growing. That is why I'm extremely bullish on High Tide. So I want to get into their recent earnings, okay? And they reported their first Q1 of this year. And you can see straight off the bat here, 179% revenue increase and adjusted EBITDA of 4.6 million. Personally, I would have been happy around about the 3 million mark, if not more. Okay, and 4.6, we've smashed it. Absolutely amazing here. 179 revenue increase. We have to remember all the things we spoke about this company, the acquisitions as well, that they have been gaining. Not all of them are featured in this Q1 report. Smoke Cartel was very, very recent, okay? We have all of that to look forward to as well, which is why I really do think this company is amazing going forward. You can see here, 38.3 million in the first quarter compared to 13.7 at the same time last year. Gross profits increased by 208% to 14.8 million compared to 4.8 million. Once again, absolutely smashed it. Gross profit margin, 39% compared to 35%. And then we just spoke about adjusted EBITDA. 4.6 million compared to the negative 0.8 million. This company is doing really, really great. I did not expect an EBITDA of 4.6 million, I must admit. Geographically, in the first quarter, 34.2 million was earned in Canada and 3.9 in the US and 0.2 internationally. That is quite key here, okay? So the majority of this, by quite a lot here, is coming from Canada at the moment. There's all this talk about US legalization. Well, to be honest, does that really matter? If we get that right now, will this be a bad company? No, because the majority of their earnings are coming from Canada anyway, which is legalized. So all we can expect is if the US does get legalization, this is going to broaden out High Tide's horizons even more. We already know they're looking at getting the brick and mortar stores into the US. So the fact that they are currently only earning 3.9 million from the US, this bodes extremely well for High Tide. And then segment wise, 36.8 million was generated by retail, 1.5 by wholesale, and an immaterial amount by corporate. So majority of this is coming from retail, which is something else exciting because they're growing their online presence, as we've seen from their acquisitions, and they are constantly building store after store. We're getting lots and lots of regular updates from High Tide about the stores that they have been building. So this is big, okay? They're focusing on the retail sector predominantly, and that's where predominantly most of their money is coming from. And then how much cash have they got? Well, you can see here as of close of January 31st. So we are now in obviously April. They had 16.6 million compared to 7.5, and they've raised about 33 million as of today, and that's of course from the share offerings that we've been witnessing. I must admit, I'm extremely pleased here from these results, and so are they. So they're extremely proud of their team for developing the highest quarterly profit in High Tide's history, despite facing some challenges that all retailers have confronted during this pandemic. We recently crossed the 80 store milestone across Canada, and we could begin the commencement of our application to list on the Nasdaq and the suspension filing of the 40F form. So this is big. So just going to pause there because the Nasdaq, we've spoken about it so many times, okay? They're looking to uplist. They're an OTC stock at the moment, okay? They're going to look to uplist. They're going to have to do this by reverse stock split or something like that, okay, to get the price up, because I don't think we're going to see a huge rise of this news, not in the current market. So that is an option right there. But the fact they're looking to uplist at the Nasdaq, we spoke about it so many times, that will give them a lot more exposure to other investors and other investor brokerages, etc., that do not trade OTC stocks. So that's some key here for this company. When they get on the Nasdaq, we are seeing a massive catalyst in that alone, not to mention the fact that all their financials are heading in the right direction. And you can see here they secured the Smoke Cartel acquisition, okay, in the first quarter of 2021. So that will be amazing seeing that growing in the next quarter, Q2 and Q3, because we're going to start seeing some real numbers here from Smoke Cartel as well. We have seen our team deliver significant milestones that will drive future growth, and that's from CEO Raj there. Raj has been he definitely keeps us up to date with this company. We see him do the Q&A with all of us a few weeks ago. I put that video on that as well. Raj is definitely a hands-on, active CEO, that's for sure. Over the past few months, we have worked diligently to integrate Meta Growth into the HITIF family, and as a result, we've achieved 71% of our targeted synergies. And as market dynamics continue to evolve in Canada, we are taking aggressive steps to adjust our business model, while pursuing expansion opportunities in the US and Europe that will have an immediate positive impact on EBITDA, as we're already aware of, okay? When we start getting legalization and when they start expanding, it's going to be big for this company. I'm not going to go through too many of these operational highlights because all of this we've been covering over our consistent updates on HITIF, and we're going to keep giving you these updates as well. But we already know about the acquisitions of Meta Growth, which is one of their biggest ones there. Shares moving on to the TSX stock exchange, reduction of interest rate from 11.5 to 10%, which is obviously good as well. We have a debt here, okay? The 7.4 million of debt has been converted into common shares, so this is great. Getting rid of some debt as well, putting it into shares. The company opened 3 cannabis retail locations under 𝐏𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐞𝐿 and Meta banners, which we spoke about in previous videos as well. And this was quite interesting here, okay? The company, in the first quarter, approximately 23 million of debt was converted into common shares. So they're getting rid of even more debt, and they have the deal equity in financing, which brought 23 million. So that's how that came about. And then the Nasdaq listing, which we were talking about, announcing the filing of Form 40F. So we are probably not too long away. We should be getting Nasdaq this year, that's for sure. And the company completed the acquisition of Smoke Cartel for $8 million, which we have, like I say, we have all this to come as well. That's going to show in their next financials. So I do think this is an amazing earnings for what we're expecting. Bearing in mind, we are still in a pandemic, okay? Retail locations, some of them probably aren't open right now out there, and the footfall is going to be a lot less. People don't want to go out as much in this current situation. It's definitely a lot harder for these companies, okay? However, HITIF doesn't seem to be showing that. It just had one of their best quarters. This is a buy around these prices. I do believe this is easily a $1 plus company, $2 and $3, like I say. I really do think I can see this one getting $3 as well. When we get the Nasdaq listing, this is going to be big for sure. HITIF is one of my favorite cannabis companies, okay? Low debt, good cash, lots of acquisitions, growing, going on to Nasdaq as well, smashing their earnings in Canada, branching out to the EU and branching out to the US, adding more and more stores. Lots and lots of catalysts for this company. I've done a whole video on HITIF catalysts. You can check that out as well. Links to those in the description. Like I say, come and join us on the Patreon, okay? We give you all my buys and sales and exclusive videos as well. I'm going to be keeping you up to date with HITIF, of course. It's one of my favorite penny stocks. Let me know your thoughts on HITIF. Did these earnings impress you? Did you think they were going to be better? Did you think they were going to be worse? Let me know in the comments. If you appreciate all this, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel as well. That really is appreciated. Thanks for watching, and until next time.